Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I hope that you're having a fantastic day so far. Hope you're doing well. Maybe you're feeling like Christmas. Gotta tell you, with the colors I'm wearing, I'm looking like Christmas. Listen, today we're going to listen to the band Died Pretty. Never heard of them. I'm going to take a listen to them, though. I kind of like the name of the band. We're going to listen to this track, The Rivers, off of their 1993 album, Trace. Released in 1993. It's their fifth studio album. We're listening to this because this was suggested and sponsored by Adam. So, Adam, thank you so much for the recommendation and the request. I truly appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Listen, let's go ahead and dive on in. I couldn't find any lyrics as I looked around, but we will give it our best listen. Discuss a little bit after. Here we go. I love the way this piano comes in to cool it down. Little by little, they add little things. Nerves are coming back. It's like a kettle just boiling.
Helpers, help yourself into this way. Runners, run downtown. Every day, of someone better be where he is.
That's big. Very big. Now piano just went straight into the chords. Organ getting through. Oh, it's going down already. That felt like a track that wasn't made in 1993. To me, it had like a really early to mid 70s kind of feel, especially with the build up into the instruments and with the way that each of them were coming in their own particular points. Like, I love the way the piano comes in, and when it first comes in, it cools things down. Just a trickle, a little bit of a dew on the musical scene, and then eventually, of course, building up, but ever so gently until eventually the piano is just straight hammering chords at the very end for the last couple minutes there as it hits that climactic outro. And everything kind of does the same. The organ first comes in, just a little light little layer here and there, softly, and then eventually it's catapulted into something much more tremendous. And everything follows suit as well. But I like how things were introduced so sequentially and purposefully. The piano, the organ, like I mentioned, and that percussion that eventually comes in as well, just beginning to clop and pop amongst the music. That's Samil De Silva on the percussion. And before that, to me, it had a very 70s pure kind of early rock and roll sound. It almost had like a country rock kind of sound to me. Not that it was, but it kind of hit a similar pattern. But it also felt kind of alternative rock from the 90s. So, it fits within its era, but also kind of harkening back to others as well. Ron Pino on the vocals here on this particular track. And I like how his voice reminds me of like something kind of rustic, something folk rocky. There's an earthiness to the way he sings, and eventually a power to be backed up in the way he sings and he delivers, especially as he hits those last few lines and those last few notes where he really cries out amongst the range there. I really, really liked that. Big guitar from Brett Myers. Drums felt good. Chris Welch. And those keyboards. from John Hoey were really, really fantastic. Like I said, there was just a cool energy to that. And then I really liked, let me get back here really quick. Let me pull it up. Because it starts off very empty. This particular river starts off soft and barren, basically barely flowing with a trickle, but moving so soulfully. And the chorus kicks things up nicely, right? Feels good. Feels nice. But it's really from 3 forward and into this instrumental outro. Like that kind of sound and the way that they build up to that particular section, it makes me think that perhaps like they're inspired by bands like Allman Brothers bands and stuff like that. Like it's kind of pulling from a similar, if you'll allow me, river of music. It's kind of hitting a similar tonality there. But I just really enjoyed the way that the instruments built up in this song, and it made it a cool and enjoyable listen. And I think the ending is the best part of this track. You know, everything else I think is nice, but the ending, when they just go off, is really great. And Ron sounds really good in those last few lines here. There, push it a little bit, just a little bit. And then and allow the music to ride it out. I think that's just a cloud parting kind of moment. And his voice in the music is the light that shines through between them. I think that was really fantastic. I wish that, however, I could have had lyrics for it. Unfortunately, I don't. And I did look beforehand as well just to see if I could find some on different sites, but unfortunately, I could not come up with anything, unfortunately. But it's a good song regardless. I enjoyed my time with it. Let me know what you guys thought, of course, in the comments down below. I appreciate you all watching. Adam, thank you so much for the suggestion as well. I appreciate that. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.